comrades, I am Vitaly Portnikov. Claudia Sheinbaum has made history as the very first female president in the entirety of Mexico's rich and storied past. One could argue that this represents a genuine political revolution within the nation, considering its long-standing perspectives on society and the involvement of women in political affairs. Of course, one can say that Claudia Sheinbaum did not come into this politics out of nowhere. In recent years, she has been the mayor of the capital. It can be argued that without the support of the current president of Mexico, López Obrador, Claudia Sheinbaum would hardly have been able to count on such a clear victory in the elections for the head of the Mexican state. However, we find ourselves once again contending with a fresh and unprecedented type of leadership at the borders of the United States. Not long ago, we were talking about the possibility of the United States having its first female president. However, Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump at that time. In addition, Claudia Sheinbaum became the first Jewish woman to hold the position of President of Mexico. In spite of the echoes of anti-Semitic sentiments that could be observed during her election campaign, Claudia Sheinbaum's background did not hinder or impede her from leading and governing one of the most important and influential countries in the region of Latin America. Certainly, it is possible to discuss how the effectiveness of Claudia Sheinbaum's presidency will rely not just on her individual characteristics, but also on the development of the presidential elections in the United States during this autumn season. If Donald Trump is successful in winning these elections, he has the potential to significantly elevate the border issue between the United States and Mexico, making it one of the most crucial topics of his tenure as a national leader. However, it is also evident that another thing is clear. The duel with López Obrador has already shown Donald Trump how challenging it is to debate with a charismatic leader in the position of president of a neighboring country. With Claudia Sheinbaum, it will be even more challenging because she may unexpectedly gain the support of those layers of American society that her predecessors in the position of the President of Mexico could not count on not long ago. Obviously, there is another aspect to consider. The presidency of Claudia Sheinbaum is positioned within a period that can be described as highly significant and exceptional in the history of the Mexican economy. Despite López Obrador's obvious populist and authoritarian tendencies, on the contrary, they are typical of any leader of Mexico. In one way or another, the country has changed, primarily in terms of its economic opportunities. This has also led to a change in the number of people participating in the changes that we are currently witnessing in Mexico. And Claudia Sheinbaum could become a true leader of these new changes. It is obvious that once she assumes the presidency of Mexico, she will come out of the shadow of her predecessor. This is typically the situation in the history of Mexican politics. None of the presidents, recommended by even the strongest and most charismatic leader, remained a hostage to their predecessor in the position of head of state. And knowing Claudia Sheinbaum's political biography, it can be confidently said that this will not happen with her either. The new leadership proposed by Mexico can have a substantial impact on the United States and other countries in Latin America. This type of leadership has the potential to bring about significant changes and shape the future of Mexico and the entire region. On one hand, we have a president who clearly belongs to the left political camp, and on the other hand, it is a moderate left political camp that is devoid of that radicalism which is often associated with more extreme ideologies, which has already transformed certain countries in Latin America into states characterized by a permanent state of economic crisis and widespread poverty. And maybe, just maybe, the societies of these states will also begin to view Mexico as one of the most significant examples to imitate and learn from. Mexico is, in fact, highly significant to the United States, not only due to what is happening on the American-Mexican border, but also in numerous other aspects. She holds importance from the perspective of its economic growth, because if this country has the potential to become a real economic alternative to China, and if the United States and other Western countries can relocate their production to states like Mexico or India, then over time, the relations between China and the Western world could undergo significant changes and transformations. Undergoing yet another transformation in terms of the possibilities presented by the People's Republic of China and its influence on future issues pertaining to the economic life of the Western world. Thus, Claudia Sheinbaum's presidency has the potential to become a truly historic and momentous moment for Mexico and the surrounding countries in the region. If, of course, the question of her leadership will be correctly understood and appreciated in Washington and in Mexico. Thank you, friends. Stay on this channel, subscribe to it, follow me on social media, take advantage of supporting this channel. Good luck to you.